Alrighty. Good evening, everybody. How we all doing tonight? Um, this is a bit of a filler stream tonight. I don't know if filler is the right word, but I've been meaning to take a look at Mechanicus for like friggin' years at this point, I suppose. And I was like, you know what? I've still got a taste for some 40k after our Space Marine stream yesterday. So I was like, you know what? I am gonna take a look at Mechanicus tonight. This is not intended to be a full playthrough or anything like that. This is a much longer game, as far as I'm aware. I just wanted to take a look at the game. Basically, this is just me poking around. Like, I know nothing about the game's mechanics or anything like this. Basically, just going in blind. The only thing I know about the game is its soundtrack, which I've heard some of externally. And in general, everyone has said that its music is big, very good words. But yeah, also tonight's stream probably won't be that long. I've got work in the morning, so don't expect this to be, like, I know like the last 3 streams have been about 8 hours. This is, I don't expect to even go for like 6 hours, maybe like 4 hours or something. We'll see. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump in and start poking around. Also, I might sound a little low energy. That's because I'm not feeling the best, unfortunately. Don't quite know why. I've still got that cough. Not sure what that's about. I'm just feeling a bit wet. So let's, on that note, jump in and volume. Okay, loud. Let's turn that down a little bit. I think it's just because we've had the hum of the ship. I was lulled into a false sense of security, and boom. All right. Do you have the knowledge, Fab? You've played Mechanicus, right? You're a cog boy. What's the go? How's this game's balance? Possibly Zan, you might have also played it. It does seem. Well, then you're in this one. You're just the bad guys. Played it extensively. Okay. I'm assuming very hard is not the go, but maybe hard instead of normal. Just play normal? Oh wait, this Oh, I see. This is the kind of menu you don't want to play with when you're first starting out. I've played a few games like this where you've got extensive difficulty options, and it's just like, just don't touch this until you know what it means. I assume it might be fine to have the DLC on. It's not gonna like fuck things up. Well, playing under time limit's not that far out there for me. Like, like XCOM 2 I've enjoyed, and that's largely under a time limit. All good? Cool. Alrighty then. We will hit the go button and hope the sound isn't deafening. The 41st millennium, a time of darkness and war, the Imperium of Man claims whole galaxy in the name of the God Emperor. It fights an endless war against Xenos. From within, heretics... Oh, wait, sorry. Xenos from within! Well, I suppose a lot of Xenos does pop up from within. But, no. Xenos from without, heretics from within, and supernatural horrors from beyond. Alongside the Imperium's war fleet serves the Adeptus Mechanicus, otherwise known as the Cog Boys. They are the tech priests of Mars, guardians and reclaimers of humanity's technology, ever searching for remnants of knowledge from man's glorious past, exploring the depths of the galaxy for worlds long lost to mankind. In the name of their machine god, they manufacture the Imperial war machines within gigantic foundries known as Forge Worlds. Gradually, the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus shed their human weaknesses, replacing their limbs and organs with machinery that is both stronger and spiritually pure. Their leaders, the inscrutable Magi, protect the Forge Worlds and explore the furthest corners of the galaxy with their cohorts of Skitari troops. Well, okay, so my own perspective going into this, Badger Bear, I have no particular interest in the Mechanicus. If anything, I have a slight bias against them, because I'm a good old guardsman, me. Cog boys are always causing problems. They make the vehicles go, but they're weird. It's a time of warfare, tragedy, and portents of doom. Across this benighted galaxy, the Adeptus Mechanicus are one of mankind's last defenses against a new dark age. Or perhaps they'll be the ones to hasten its dawn. Now. The character here being called Reddit is really unfortunate. Do I read this stuff out? Because technically, it's voiced in not machine language, I guess. What's people's feelings? Is everyone right to read for themselves, or do I give voice to the unheard? Beep boop. No, well, I don't do, like, range of voices, so it'd just be me reading out all the text in one voice, which is not so great. Grab a fan. Unfortunately, if I had, like, a voice mod program, I could put on, like, a robo voice. I don't have a voice mod program, unfortunately. Also, we're gonna have issues of, like, this uses words I don't know. Like, noosphere. What is that? Just talk, cogboy. An echo in the noosphere, Agus. An old transmission lost in the warp and recovered only now. Honestly, they do have their own voice. I kind of want to just leave it at that. Or I suppose how text heavy is it, I guess. Faustinius, that's quite the name as well. Not too heavy? Alright. Is it worthy of our attention? The Great Divide torments the galaxy. The resources of the Adeptus Mechanicus are stretched thin. We are weaker than ever, though the Imperium at large knows it not. This represents an unknown but possible key to victory. An opportunity to research. Perhaps avert the ill fate that has befallen us. The transmission's origin is Silver Tempris, part of the Amicis Solaris within Ultima Segmentum. Search the rolls, Reddit. Gather them. Four months later. Oh boy, this certainly reads like cowboy talk. We have a Rishak? Resak? Whoever finds this transmission and follows me here, give thanks that you will see what I have seen, but be wary, my fellow seekers of knowledge. Whatever lies beneath this world, I fear, I hope, I have woken it. I came to this world to investigate its ruins, but I found so much more. Terrors, yes. Threats to body and soul. By the Omnissiah, I found such wonders. This is the last transmission of Magos Rishak. He vanished while on an exploratory mission to investigate Xeno structures on Silva Tenebris. Ooh, we have a new Scavola? Hypothesis, he found something. Our mission on this world is to ascertain any Xeno's presence and, if we find it, eliminate it as a threat to the Imperium. The opening of the Great Divide means we can call on no additional support from the Forge Worlds. We must achieve this with the troops and resources we bring with us. So my own 40k knowledge is, like, pre-shattering of Cadia. So, I don't know what, like, the Great Divide is here. I'm assuming something to do with warp bullshit. Benefit analysis. Peace for sector, knowledge for mankind. Plus potential, plus opportunity. Plus out of cheese error, plus restart universe. This is a really creative way to get around having voice actors. Because in lore, these boys speak beep boop. And this, like, the way it's presented here is really good. We have Videx. An opportunity to destroy the works of Xenos, Scavola. Not appropriate them. Themyscrian manuscripts, verse 619. What the enemy built, let it be made asunder, for to us it will be as house of sand and knives. That's very un-Mechanicus. Magi, we are approaching the target coordinates. .141592. We're approaching pi. Let's go. Delicious pie. 3.14159265357989. Ah! I used to know pi to a lot more decimal places. Even more new faces. We have Kefra. There she is. Temperate climate, atmosphere stable, atmosphere standard breathable. My Skitari troops should be able to operate down there without trouble. Because I've spent too long on the internet, my brain immediately reads Skitari as cat boys in thigh highs. Should give you a bit of an idea of what parts of the internet I end up around. Yeah, I've heard the soundtrack for this is meant to be, like, just absolutely outstanding. Are they ready to make landfall? As soon as we're in stable orbit, Magos. Administratum records indicate a single colony, St. Eckhart's Hope, on the surface near the Xenos ruins. No contact recorded in 2 centuries. Colony presumed failed. The Skitari will deploy to the surface near the ruins along with a team of tech priests under my direct command. I shall monitor them from the command throne on board. Stovo Skull Reddit will serve as my eyes on the surface. We will make landfall at once. Yes, Magos. I'll set up a forward command post. Reshak's transmission looked like it came from the underground. We'll secure any entrances to any underground structures so your tech priests can begin exploration. Yes. It's now ready. Where are we? Agrolic sector located? This tomb reeks of stale, dusty antiquity. Once stern structures is littered with debris and tarnished with the pantia of age. Here and there, fissures in the structure cast feeble light over crackled and tarnished metal. Cracked. The tomb was once brutalist and oppressive, as if designed to crush the spirits of its inhabitants. It is no less intimidating now, but instead of evoking a merciless, guiding intelligence, it speaks only of decline and of death. This place seems abandoned at first glance, but the exploratory troops move through its hushed corridors. The ancient dust stirs, and something long dead begins to take on a facsimile of life. Going by our fragmentary information, it looks like a buried tomb structure. Then the sword of the Messiah is ready to fall. We deploy immediately. Let secrets of this world equal 0. Council caution, Magos Faustinius. Our purpose should be here to destroy the threat of the alien, not to bask in its blasphemy. Aphorisms of the Logic Saints 7.91. In the presence of Xenos lies the invisible miasma of corruption. Destruction is not possible from orbit, Videx. The structure is too deeply buried, and Scaevola, I have no intention of plundering whatever trinkets I can find. I have no intention of plundering whatever trinkets I can find from this place. I am somewhat confused, because this is a very un-tech priest-like talk. They're normally like, ooh, Xenos tech, om nom nom. The explorator unit of the tech priest is inside the tomb and ready to proceed, Magos. There's no telling what we will find. My men will hold the perimeter in case of the unexpected. It would be folly to commit our whole manpower to the unknown, especially when the potential of mortal threat exists that the Skitari are less able to withstand. I have the greatest respect for my Skitari, but they are still far from the ascension that Tech Priest affords. I agree, Sub-Bobbin. I shall lead the mission in person from the command throne. Servo Skull Redditors shall be my eyes and ears on the ground. Our Messiah be praised. We're going in. The Adaptus Mechanicus are a curious breed. They explore and interact with machines they do not fully understand. Within this tutorial, you'll have to explore the interface to discover what to do. Like a true tech priest, you must experiment in order to learn. That's a good tutorial. Hey, we ain't gonna tell you shit because it's on theme. You gotta learn as you do. We'll help you out this one time. Click to move. Thank you. I would have never worked that out for myself. This is a freaking UI, though. Hot damn. Like this business? This is really good. Why is it that there's a bunch of 40k games that just, like, understood the assignment? Possibly more than GW does these days. The Xenos hieroglyphs. I know of them. They are my undoers. Necrons. Mysterious. Ill-researched. Corruptive. Rhesus. It could be a rare sample of Necron language, Magos. We have barely any knowledge of it. Collecting data from this obelisk could move our understanding of the language ahead for the first time in centuries. Tire sus! It's the work of the alien Magos. Codex Fulminatus 8312. Show caution and scorn in all things. Sometimes tech priests will feed back important information about what they encounter in a room. These situations will require you, our commander, to make decisions. There will be consequences, so choose wisely. I appreciate that they're like... it's not just a text dump tutorial. It's like fluff text dump tutorial. It is an obelisk-like object covered in what can only be described as hieroglyphic symbols. It almost reaches the tall ceiling of this chamber. But detecting a massive energy spike from inside the tomb. Something happening in there. Something huge. Oh, we got a new face. Oh. Noctilith source detected, also known as Blackstone. Request collection immediate. But yeah, the music is already off to a very strong start. Necrons. Resac did encounter them after all. No wonder he didn't make it off this planet. Every datum we have says they're as deadly as they are inhuman. Cohort encounters resistance in the form of Xenos constructs. Not flesh and blood creatures, but artificial bodies that move with precision and coordination. Well, if they got flayed ones running around, then there's definitely some flesh. Buy the books, boys. Do we have books? Where are we in the lore at the moment? Do we even have strategies for Necrons? Okay. The slow advance risks granting the enemy the opportunity to execute an ambush of the Adeptus Mechanicus force. Xenos form detected. Confirmed. Redditus cogitators now function for synthetic forms. I like this guy. Overwhelming excitement. Finally! We can study this standard construct, Necron Warrior. Weak spots detected? None. Equals concerning. Reading his text out really doesn't work, but I like the way he talk. Also, we are getting a bit chunky. I am running this game at like max settings, 1440p, 180 FPS, so we've got room to turn some things down. I wonder about the symbols emblazoned on their torsos. It must... Another face. Captrix. Do not underestimate. Coarse weaponry. Highly volatile. This is true. I've heard our brothers and sisters of the Mechanicus have lost their lives trying to solve the mysteries of these Xenos weapons. Approach with caution. Well, we at least appear to be lacking in knowledge of Necrons. As in this ship of cogboys. Hey, Iron Nitro, how's it going? It's also, double-checking cogitators, widely known that they will self-repair, reanimate, or reconstruct themselves if left the time to do so. Wounds that would instantly kill the Skitari are the equivalent of a Class C grazed Necrons. Yeah, fucking goddamn get back up rolls. Fucking Necrons. Oh, I hate fucking Necrons. I was actively playing 40k tabletop when Necrons were first introduced. Okay, yeah, that's just tutorial text. Oh, we only got 2 boys? What, I thought we had, like, 2 boys and a bunch of servitors. Does this have, like, cover? I could make some off-color jokes here. Why is it always CP? Okay. Oh, interesting. We've got to scan them before we even know what damage we're doing to them. Okay, so costs, So I assume cogs allow us to take actions beyond our, like, normal set? Oh, okay. Damages and scans, I see. Do we gotta desecrate the corpse? Killing Necrons is... what? Killing Necrons isn't simple. Necrons are made of a self-repairing metal that is able to knit together dismembered limbs and gaping wounds. We call this the reanimation protocol. When a Necron is in their reanimation protocol, they're unable to fight, but will return to fighting conditions soon. Dealing any amount of damage to a Necron in this protocol state will destroy them indefinitely. Okay. We can use that to yoink that. And then we can run up and wallop him. Ah. So we're not actually killing them, we're forcing them to warp out. There is a difference. Okay. Cannon fodder? Alright, so you don't have to kill the corpses if you've, if you've cleared the map as such. All Xenos life forms purged. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. The cohort's HP amount carries over from each fight within a mission. Keep this in mind when exploring a tomb and looking for opportunities to repair. Does that count the unnamed boys as well? We shall find out. Well, that's, yeah, I figured they can die, I figured it possibly didn't matter. Hypothesis formulation. Sarcophagi, coffins, burial places, structural purpose designation, tomb. The chambers ahead are several groups of structures, like upright coffins of an unknown material. Beep boop. They're waking up. The cohort examines the sarcophagi and note that each indeed contains a Necron warform within its heavily armored exterior. They're drawing power from somewhere. After exploring the chamber for several minutes, a tile underfoot clicks. The sound of whirring energy builds up around your troops. Quick Omnispecs scan reveals you're surrounded on all sides by Xenos life forms. Can you deploy them at the... You can. Can the servitors grab cog points? We shall find out, I guess. When servitors are hitting combat, tech priests take an interest, quickly noting down damage angles, projectile speeds, and other useful combat information to be used later against their enemies. This is represented by gaining CP. Servitors are a very useful unit in all your missions. I'm assuming by the fact that it doesn't, light up means that servitors can't grab the CPs. What happens if we go over? Is it just wasted? Kill the Necron unit with a critical hit. When you critically kill a Necron, they're unable to activate their reanimation protocols and are instantly teleported from the battlefield. Yeah, that was a mechanic back in the day as well. Not so much crits, but I think it was if you hit Necrons with like weapons that had strength of double their toughness or more, they didn't get to make a get back up roll. You brought friends. What are those? Opportunity equals knowledge. Gather. Must obtain. Required. Scarabs detected. Source data surfacing. No life forms detected. Area safe. Continue forward. Predators. Verify your cogitators. Then tell me what surfaced from Magos Reshak's cogitators. Scarabs of an unknown Xenos race. Biology synthetic. Possible artificial intelligence. Once specimens gathered, AI theory equals false. Personal recording. Weeks of study show there are many variants of Scarab, each with their own roles within the Xenos economy and architecture. Able to build and deconstruct anything they encounter, they're able to repair other units within their species with lightning speed. Be warned, they are deadly in large swarms. It seems the machine spirit is with us. We've been able to access some more of Reshak's data than that we thought was corrupted. It must be due to us recording these Xenos forms that the machine spirit has blessed us with access to these cogitator records. Unsure why he would lock this under a synthetic proximity encryption. I don't think we really need any backup. Okay, maybe Scarabs are scarier than I thought. I'm gonna assume opportunity means that you cop an op attack from leaving base-to-base contact. When an enemy force moves out of melee range, provided your unit has a melee weapon, the enemy will... That's literally... Yep, okay. It is indeed op attack for leaving base-to-base. Or is it just movement in general? An opportunity attack gives your unit a free melee attack on enemy. Each unit can only perform one op attack around. These do actually, they're not quite the same as the Servitor minis I'm used to from way back when, but they do remind me of them. A few little Servitors. The question is, does CP carry over from map to map? Do I want to conserve a bunch of CP at the end of every map? The resurrection protocol actually reminds me a bit of Final Fantasy Tactics, where characters have a certain amount of turns before they die permanently, or in this case, they come back up permanently. I guess so it's not. It's more like the opposite. But if you clear the map before they, in this case, clear the map before they get back up, then they die permanently. Whereas in Final Fantasy Tactics, you clear the map before the time runs out, they still live. So it is literally the opposite. In fact, my brain is bad. Don't mind me. The symbol represents a location of significant importance to your mission. Entering these rooms brings you closer to the end of a mission. Negative signs of hostile forces. Seeking permission to proceed with data collection protocols. Confirmed. Permission authorized. Knowledge Magos. Protocol begins. What is primary focus, sire? Knowledge of Necron forces, numbers, defenses, locations, any form of data on how many remain on this rock. Secondary source, the purpose of this tomb and why it was built. Interface devices all but eroded. There is only one device that may hold answers, but Necron data looms are incomprehensible to Imperium Archaeotech. This might take a while. Idea, Magos, if I may take host of this priest, I could be of assistance. Noospheric interface complete. Hard to decipher purpose. List of suggestion, Magos. Deconstruct device, activate switch mechanism, learn Necron language, return later. What will it be, sire? Always so meticulous with your lists, Tech Inquisitor. Engage on Xenos mechanisms, although I detest to do so. Promises of the rewards are too great to ignore. Having to lower ourselves to the Xenos learnings may be the only way we reach the Archaeotech we seek. Yeah, there it is. That's what I was waiting for. Thought it was a bit funny at the start. The fucking Cogboy like, nah, let's not grab the sus Xenos tech. Like, no, okay, now we're grabbing the sus Xenos tech. Protocol updated. Confusion. Noospheric interference? Disconnect at once. Purged. Reset. Noospheric disconnection complete. Possible scrap code. Will fragment now. Fragmenting. Sire, we have unfavorable issue to deal with. Requesting Dominus input. Fragmenting. Explain. As Tech Inquisitors Gavola left suddenly, my cogitators glitched. Augmentations entered sporadic reaction protocols and have fried vital sign retiators? Unclear of full damage report. Necron device is now active, sire. Fragmenting. 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 Remove yourself from the noospheres. Gavola. Editors, report. The tomb is waking, sire. Reports from Skitari cohorts across the planet note that tremors affects their locales. We've lost contact with the Skitari that were covering the entrance to this tomb. We can hear noise of approaching forces. Improve protection protocols, load weapons, and ready for what is to come. We must face the Xenos.
I wake with the turning of aeons. Stars yet burn, life yet blossoms. Is it truly time?
Oh! Why? They speaketh! Throne of Mars. What was that? An omnilinguistical transmission, Magos. It seems these mute constructs are not the only inhabitants of the structure.
What is this? Flesh and steel combined. A mockery of both. Their every footstep a blasphemy. What manner of galaxy is this into which I have awoken?
This is really well done. Principal Xenos Warform sighted. Exotic energy signatures past sensor range. Designate Xenos Abominatus. High value target confirmed. The hunt is on. What are your orders, Magos? The cohort reaches a large chamber beneath the first layers of the Xenos ruins. Bridges stretch from balancing platforms, barely holding themselves together, while rubble falls from the high walkways like breadcrumbs escaping into the abyss below. I mean, if that's a Necron Lord, we ain't gonna capture it, and as much as I'm down for the annihilate with righteous fury, if that's a Necron Lord and we've only got a couple of tech priests, we're the ones that are gonna be annihilated with righteous fury. Yeah, I think we, discretion is the better part of valor. Tactical retreat. I concur, Magos, but I fear this foe will not give us leave to depart.
Insects. This galaxy is infested with vermin.
Well, so much for that. Now we die. This is the final battle of the tutorial. Apply what you have learned so far and strive to obtain victory. The 41st millennium is a brutal place. You may lose this battle, but not the war. In Mechanicus, there are many alternate paths to discover. We need to, like, bait him off the point, I guess? Because if we use a couple of servitors as, like, bait, and then have the tech priests run around in the back...
I sailed the void for 1,000 years. I fought the war in heaven. What can you do to strike fear in one such as I?
That's a lot of move allotment. Ah.
How dare these wretched things stand before the void admiral of Cesaragon?
I like that the bad guys are speaking High Gothic, and we're speaking ones and zeros. Observator 0001 has died. Do not worry, troops of cannon fodder designed to protect our tech priests from enemy attacks. Without tech priests, your mission will fail. Ah, low Gothic, sorry, yes, my bad. Wonk. Is there a way to, like, path it so that it goes past the... one cognition without wasting the rest of its movement? Okay, no, I do. Oh, okay, I see, yeah. You don't have to do the move all at once. I should be paying attention to the turn order up the top here.
When my fleet sails once more, vermin like you shall be strung from my prow.
Oh, we didn't get to deploy boys this time? Do we not cop an op attack for leaving? Interesting. I think we're dead.
Can you hear the trembling of the stars? Can you feel the whole galaxy's terror?
Oh, somehow we're still alive. I don't know how we're still alive, because he was hitting everyone else for sixes. The cohort successfully escapes from the Xenos life forms. Report, Kepra. We got the squad out alive, Magos. That's to count as a victory under the circumstances. We encountered a Necron warform capable of capability well beyond our expectations. Yes, I do not need to hold my emotional engrams. However, one battle won is not a success. We will eventually face losses on this mission. When this happens, we must press on beyond our failures to reach success. And there is something else. A reanimation. Necrons are waking up. It started when Resac stumbled on the tomb, but our arrival is accelerating the process. That obelisk may have been a form of intruder alarm, and now the sarcophagi in the tomb are starting to open. Then we no longer enjoy the luxury of time. Whatever we do on Silva Tembris, it must be done before the Necrons awaken completely. We do not even know yet how far the tomb complex extends. We are under the gun, then. O Messiah, preserve us if our duty is ever easy. I return sorrow and despair from my emotional cores, but I see they lack the logic to determine decision-making. Instead, I choose to quarantine them and adjust our approach. The word of the Omnissiah teaches us that when one method fails, another must be sought, until all are exhausted. What are your orders, Magos? The Skitari will explore the tomb chamber by chamber and maintain a foothold. My tech priests will be deployed to achieve crucial objectives and respond to crisis. Time may be a factor, but our mission can only be achieved with the thoughtfulness of a full deployment. To mobilize the Skitari immediately, Magos. Opportunity detected. Leader forms of Necron rarely, never observed. Potential of +++ intelligence on Necrons added to some total human knowledge. Imperative, focus on acquiring artifacts intelligence data. Hold your blasphemous tongues, Kevola. You counsel the abandonment of our very souls. Life of Archmagos Boras Appendix 9. Our only objective should be death to the alien and all his works. All else is deviance from the Omnissiah's creed. If intelligence gain equals true, then go to victory. Aphorism retrieval. To face an enemy unknown is to fight in the dark. Are you already fucking programmed in BASIC? Better in ignorance than in heresy. I return frustration at your conflict and choose to experience it. There will be bloodshed enough on Silver Tenbrus without the Magi coming to blows. It is our purpose. We are united. This is the will of the Omnissiah. And it shall be done. Yes, it shall be done. Magos, the readings from the tomb are troubling. The Skitari have been monitoring the structure we uncovered, and what they have found gives me grave concern. Explain, xenobiologist. The Necron construct forms are waking up. It seems Magos Risak accidentally began the process, and our intrusion into the structure hastened it. These Necron reanimation protocols are continuing in the tomb we entered. And from the energy spikes across the region, there are other structures yet to be uncovered. My plan for the exploration of Silver Tenbrus will locate these structures and contain the constructs within. May not be enough, Magos. I have detected a repeating pattern in the reanimation protocols, and the rate the Necrons are awakening, they are speeding up. Can you be certain? The Necrons are machines. Machines act according to patterns and programs. If the reanimation protocols continue to accelerate, this will fully awaken every Necron on this planet in 264 hours. Given the extent of the buried structures, that will constitute a Necron army beyond this mission's ability to contain. I see. And our time here is limited. Strategic calculations indicate time spent deployed on missions will affect the overall number of missions we'll be able to deploy. I will send Skitari scouting party to discover other tombs and create forward positions for your high-priority missions, sire. If the threat on Silver Tenbrus is not assessed and eliminated before full reanimation is reached, we will be forced to abandon the planet. Top left is the Doom counter. Yeah, they are right. I fear too. That is part of my humanity I've chosen to retain. But I can quarantine it in my neuro vaults and choose instead to focus on what must be done. We must choose our missions wisely. It will not be easy. The Omnissiah did not send us here to do anything easy. The threat to humanity present on this world will be eliminated, or we shall not leave. Thus, the equation is balanced. It is the will of the machine god. Apropos sector located? This tomb is bathed in a sickly green light that serves not to illuminate, but only to make the shadows deeper. Every surface seems connected via filaments of alien light. The design here speak of Xenos tech heresy. Forbidden knowledge, and a structure as alive and aware as anything inhabiting it. Early exploratory readings indicate that the walls are made of a substance not known to the rituals of metallurgy. Abstract designs carved into the substance suggest unknown regions of space, mapped according to some alien understanding. The weight of such blasphemy slows the steps of the first troops to enter here. The heresies of knowledge are deadly enough, but it seems unlikely that they are the only dangers here. Welcome to the Castus Mechanicus, an Arc Mechanicus class battleship. This class of ship is one of the largest in the Imperium and is only afforded to the Adeptus Mechanicus. From here, you'll be able to customize your tech priest to prepare for the mission ahead. You can select missions from the character portraits on the left of the screen. Before we go on a mission, we should inspect and equip our tech priests. Head over to the cohort tab. I'm going to assume this isn't like just a static amount of time. We can probably do things on missions that will both up the bar and lower the bar. See if turning the frame rate down a bit helps. Not really. Still a bit laggy. I think it's not a graphics issue. I think it's a CPU issue, annoyingly. Welcome to the cohort's quarters. Here you can see all the available tech priests and troop units currently unlocked. Troop units shown at the top of the screen. Here you can see what skills each troop has available and all statistics for each. Tech priests are shown in the bottom 6 slots. Click tech priest to begin customization. So does it our words. Surviving that first mission, it doesn't seem to matter because we've still got 2 tech priests. And the amount of the green stone stuff doesn't seem to match how much we actually had. Right. Because yeah, these seem to be completely fresh, whereas the other guys had some stuff. Oh, leader type. Interesting. This... This seems really good. This seems really good. Break up attack. That's quite nice. Oh, that's unfortunate. That seems quite useful if those, like, 3-point ones are frequently around. That also seems useful, just because basically you knock a dude down, you get a free action. I'm gonna go with that to start with. How much does it cost points, or what's the go? Oh, I see. Yep. Is it, permanent, like, once I accept, that's, like, stuck, or I can take them off and change it round as need be? That's gonna make him way too heavy on the CP. Interesting. There's a bunch of these are just gonna like tick up as basic progress. Well, these ones, I suppose that would probably just be basic progress stuff, but like these ones, not use, like you got to intentionally not use, that's probably the only one you'd have to like go out of your way for as such. Might do this one just because it gives support tools, which could be useful to have. Killing Jar. Tech Acquisitor Scaevola wishes to begin her research into the secrets of the Necrons, and has asked for specimens of the energy be gathered from the tomb of this. Warriors und Scarabs. I'm assuming that's what the game wants me to do at this point, is just run a mission. So looking at those like tentacles, it seems like trying to get the clear without using any ones would be best, like right now when we don't have any to use anyway, as we're effectively not giving up much. Try not to die, basically, and we won't need to use the emergency heal. Take Inquisitor Scaevola. I asked you on this mission because of your experience with surveying alien artifacts and organisms. So the heretics of Stygius 8 can plunder this world for its secrets. Your assertion equals false. If objective concerns offense, go to different mission. Leave you free to do as you will. Dereliction of logic, Scaevola. Mechanicus 16.4. Watch your brother, for his sin of heresy is thy sin of tolerance. Silver Tenbrus evaluation commences. Plus wonders, plus opportunities, plus secrets. Rare chance for discovery, intelligence on Xenos. Must not fail to exploit. I really like how they talk, is good. Logic of your enthusiasm eludes me, Tech Inquisitor. My emotional cores return only peril to our mission personnel and the threat of awakening Xenos. Therefore, I am on this mission. My role equals gather intelligence, seek truth, return to human comprehension. Dictates of Mars retrieval, gather knowledge for the good of all. How are you going to go about that, Scaevola? Field operations in person equals suboptimal. Sending tech priests instead equals optimal. First objective, gather a field specimen for study. Location, Tomb of Acropis. Commence immediately. Given the reports of the Tomb of Acropis, there should be plenty of samples in there for you to collect, Magos. Of course, but first you'll have to kill them. My talents equal dissection after the fact. I leave the location, identification, execution to your tech priests, Magos. I trust this will be worth the effort, Scaevola. These are no mere labor servitors we are risking in these tombs. These are men and women, fellow devotees of the cult Mechanicus. Agreed, Meg. Valid point raised. Ensure human corpses are returned as well, plus opportunity to discover the effect of Necron technology on human flesh. Are they... I don't know. At what point do you stop being human? I don't know what these icons mean. Like, that's the objective, right? So, do we just bum rush the objective, or can we, like, fuck around? Speculation. Tombs possessed autonomous repair, defense, maintenance capabilities. Further study equals yes. Have some collected for me, Faustinius. Let's nab a couple of scarabs. Finding intelligence controls these scarabs. Fascinating. Deeply troubling. Fascinating. Self-preservation versus curiosity. Conflict unresolved. Desirous of knowing what purpose chamber serves. Chamber head is lined with glowing green cylinders, each pulsing with power. The air is thick and greasy, and arcs of static energy leap from the cohort's extremities as they approach. The chamber is almost certainly extremely dangerous, but there is only one way forward. Oh! Presence detected. Oh, we got fucked. Observation alone is not enough to understand the function of these energy-hungry devices. In attempting to dismantle one device, the cohort is subject to a blast of plasma that burns and irradiates them, followed by a cascade of toxic particles that teleports them to a different chamber. They rue the questionable decisions to examine these machines closely as they make their way back to the mission path. Take some damage, and bad times +1. Cliff. A single port designed for a Necron canoptic creature extrudes from the device. This panel controls a heavy door leading to Treasure Beyond, which is filled with cognition. If we can work out the right command, then we can reap the rewards within. Container of some sort that seemingly has raw binary seething within. Clearly it is one of Xenos origin. Sparks of data leak through the aged sealant used to contain the treasure within. Okay, so basically coin toss. We need some gun servitors is what we need. I'm pretty sure I remember servitors having, like, bolters strapped to their arm slots. hopefully basic Necron warriors suffer from the old retard magnet AI. That's not good. Our energy weapons literally can't hurt it. I see. Well, this is going badly. Huh. I can't attack him, but I cop an opportunity attack if I move. Or not? I am confused. I'm very intrigued thus far. What did he try to do that copped all those op attacks? Oh, disengage from melee so that they can shoot. I see. I forgot about the scarabs popping up. No worries, Fab. Take it easy. There was... I thought I saw 2 scarabs pop up. Did that other scarab blow up to op attacks? Circumstance evaluation. Confirmed disappointing. Necrons employ teleportation technology to achieve post-destruction discorporation. Interrogative. Where do the remains go? Fascination intensifies. Upon destruction, the Necrons vanish, leaving no samples to be collected. Archive. Necrons employ teleportation technology in weaponry. Calculating desire. Live targets for evaluation. Evaluating effects of coarse fire on human body. Conjecture equals most illuminating. A stealth unit. Mission complete. The cohort returns from the tomb, frustrated by the lack of physical samples of Necron constructs. However, the data they have gathered on phasing of Necron remains is illuminating in itself. Valuable data present. Past. Totality of human knowledge increased. Mission conclusion positive. Cannot say I support your conclusions, K-Bola. Beneficial conclusion, itemization follows. Necron discorporation witnessed, enemy constructs destroyed, less than 0, Necron combat performance evaluated. Chances of functioning Necron available for dissection increased. My emotional cores are returning sensations of frustration and resentment, and I choose to acknowledge them. The lives of my tech priests are not there to be risked for the fulfillment of your desires, Tech Inquisitor. They are to be risked for the acquisition of intelligence, learning, sacred knowledge. Your understanding equals approval. Approvable? Ah. There is indeed a cost to death. So we're now in the negative? Okay. And yeah, we got the, that's why I didn't want to use the healing thing, because I wanted to get that. I didn't realize that death had a cost, as it were. %3 from running a single starter mission. This is maybe not going to be a very long game. +1 cognition size seems very good. Square and plate one seems kind of scary, though. But we'll do Videx's mission as well and see how we go. I suppose you could, like, speedrun the missions. Because we explored every possible thing. I guess that's to our disadvantage. Called you here, like the Dogmatus Videx, because your knowledge of spiritual matters and the cult Mechanicus will be crucial in dealing with any mortal threats on Silver Tembris. I have 543,021 works of scripture stored for rapid context topical retrieval. There is no obstacle beyond my capacity to counsel you on. Unnecessary use of cogitator power. Waste of resources, Videx. Insufficient use. Go to Augmetic Bay for improvements. Xenos' tomb is revealed to us as a great hungry maw that seeks to consume our very purity. Blasphemy reeks from every corner of the tomb of Agrolke. Most poetic, Lector Dogmatus. Your thoughts on how to proceed? I shall take my cues from the writings of Archmagos Veneratus Hereticus. Let the stench of corruption be swept aside by the sweet winds of faith. Once my sense of servitors cleanse the spiritual corruption with blessed incense. Then deploy one immediately. My thoughts exactly, Magos. With your assistance, the old Messiah's work shall be done. Sensor servitor is deployed at the tomb entrance, Magos. I am ready to send it on its way. Alt Subdomina. The sensor servitor is a delicate piece of machinery. It is ill-suited to hostile territory. Apollonius 591. Fragile indeed are the tools of the righteous. It must be escorted on its sacred duty. It would be ridiculous. Every step we take in the tomb risks the lives of our personnel. If the spiritual integrity of the mission is truly at stake, Subdomina Kepra, it is worth the risk. And I assure you, it most definitely is. Already sent a team ahead, who foresaw your emotional connection to your troops, Kepra. If you're ever to be a Dominus, I must show you how to command. My gratitude, Magos. The Xenos corruption will destroy us as surely as the guns of the enemy. Very well, his will be done. It's non-standard behavior and speaks ill of the menials whose task was meant to maintain this machine. Maxims of Almuth 512. Beware the deviancy of thy own tools, for the enemy finds his entrance thereby. Quite unexpectedly, a previous unused Voxcaster unit props out of the servitor's face panel. In a synthesized voice, it attempts to engage the cohort in philosophical discussion. We'll never know who tampered with this machine. If all is right, he suffered punishment for his heresy long ago. Necron initiative increased. Well, that sounds yuck. Menials shall be ritually chastised for this maintenance failure. It's imperative to get the servitor functioning again quickly. Neo Dogmatic 7190. This will be done, let it be done quickly. Sensor servitor stops moving and starts belching pungent smoke. The runes of attention are blinking on its chassis, indicating several key systems require maintenance. Secondary repair? Well, shit. Could this be a form of Xenos map room? Most perturbatory. Throw knows what blasphemous notions they had about the stars. The chamber's walls are covered in elaborate star charts covered in extensive annotations in the Necron language, suggesting they record journeys amongst the stars. Hey, Shin, how's it going? And that's basically the case with me, yes. This is literally why I'm playing this now. We finished Space Marine 1 last night. And I was like, I feel like some more 40k still. And I've had Mechanicus sitting here for so long. I was like, yeah, I'll take a look at it. Picked captures are made of the star maps and uploaded to the cogitators on the Castus Metallison for study. No good, Magus. No good at all. Xenos corruption takes physical form in this murky fog. Can anything be done? The noisome miasma of fumes from the Xenos machinery in this area is masking the servitor's sacred incense. Edge with cleansing flame! Sayings of Archmagos, Cortico, verse 58. Prayer has power, but I cannot deny fire does too. Panel controls a heavy door leading to a treasure room, yeah. I think this is just a 50-50 chance. Chaos Gate? I also have that sitting here and haven't got around to it. How long? I guess I don't know how long they cook for. Now, that technically locks both of them up in melee, doesn't it? Though we can only swing for one op attack. Oh, I see. I did not realize that was a thing. Oh, okay. That target itself? Yes, it can. What happens if we, like, block their spawn point? Yeah, it's like we've interacted with this terminal, but like getting over to here is a bit of a leg. I didn't realize I could use the skull to buff servitors. Interesting. Mission complete. The sensor servitor reaches a location where the air currents through the tomb will take its sacred exudations to every corner of the tomb. The cohort guards it until its incense is fully deployed and can escort it back to the tomb entrance. The sensor servitor has been delivered to the depths of the tomb, Lector Dogmatus. Its sacred incense now permeates all areas of the structure. Positive outcome, Magos. It is right and proper that you see, as I do, the dangers posed by the corrupt influences of the Xenos. It remains to be seen if the tomb is rendered less dangerous for our troops. At the very least, the place is less malodorous. I trust you will continue to consider the alien with the hatred and disdain they deserve, Magos. As we explore this world, remember the words of binary hierarch Getsomo. The weak in mind will seek to understand the Xenos. The strong in mind will destroy them and bless their ignorance. Okay, so... Right. We've got to pay for repairs, not just revivals. So we want to be at as much health as possible. So it's definitely worth having those healing tools for fixing up, like, wounds. Oh, now, oh, shit, like the cognition +1, very nice, because that's just more actions. What, Skitari Vanguard, I'm going to assume, is going to give us shooty boys. Yeah, see, that will be very useful if we have shooty boys. Sounds potentially very useful. I think we will do this mission just to get access to the Skitari Vanguard. Install a system of voxcasters to transmit prayers throughout the tomb. Videx believes this will dampen the Xenos taint in the tomb. Like, I don't even... Like, this guy is... But, like, Skitari. New enemies, though. Blade ones and Canoptic Canthrites. Potential for corruption in the tomb of Agolkek continues to vex me, Magos. The spreading of incense was not enough. Fear not, Magos. The malevolence of the Necron is overwhelming. Observations on the Tech Cosmos verse 68. We are derelict in our duty whenever we allow corruption to plague the minds of good men. Then what do you suggest? Our progress in the tomb makes it possible for us to install a system of voxcasters in the structure. And what would that achieve? Lingua Technicus prayers could be transmitted to the very heart of the Necron's resting place. Our troops would go everywhere bathed in the sacred binary of the Omnissiah. Sayings of the Princeps 65.4. When thou desire to discourse purely, use binary. A novel concept, Lector Dogmatus. I've considered your plan, Videx, and a cohort has been deployed to the area. I've personally selected the prayers of purification and translated them into a broad-spectrum binary. Once the Voxcasters are active, the tomb will ring to the Omnissiah's word. The Voxcaster's location's plotted, Magos. I'm still uncertain if this is worth the risk to our people. One in possession of unaugmented emotional centers cannot appreciate the benefit of this operation. Thermorians 45-7. Above bullets, above blades, care for your soul above all. Concerns are noted, Kepra, but you have your orders. Yes, Magos, his will be done. Caftron battle servitor armor not thick enough. Pestilence providing equally ineffective. Must find weakness before we connection lost. It appears this Xenos form triggered a fragmented recording from Reshak. It appears we have a tough time using heavily armored... it appears we'll have a tough time using heavily armored forces against this specimen. Maybe we can use their strength against them? Wise words, Dominus. Survive? That's a different kind of objective. Oh boy! Hello, Mr. Flayed One. This vile mix of flesh and machine. This is a form of Necron in its infant state. What has Scaevola got to say? Unsultry statement loaded. Unsure of life form progression path. Diagnosing possible outcomes. Signs of degradation, deformed segmentation, and physiological deformities. Possible solutions: infant, disease, parasitic life form that represents a form of ripped flesh. Do I continue? That's enough, Scaevola. Believe we are not the only ones to diagnose Necron health, but instead... I believe we are not the ones to diagnose Necron health, but instead be their executioners. I'm mostly concerned with my troops' morale. There have been reports of Skitarii disappearing in these tombs, and I believe now I know why. Skitarii Lives, Archaeotech STC Fragments Mission. How supportive of you, Redditus. Wait, the warriors can't cause op attacks, right? Oh, no, now they can. Never mind. Before they couldn't. objectives have changed. Can we also wallop these things? Ah. So what happens if I smash one of these? Oh! We can control the meter. I see. Can't interact with that one? What's the go? there a way to see, like, an overview of the map to see what's actually interactable and what isn't? Why not? I have no idea how to do that. Okay. Is there a button that does that rather than having to click up there? Because that's not even a toggle, it just, like, blips it for a second. Ah, space is correct. I'm curious then what happens if we interact with this thing. We cannot? It's highlighted as a thing, but we can't do anything, it seems. Am I missing something? Is this gonna be one of those games where I get, like, a few rounds in and then have to restart because I didn't know I was making bad decisions? Because I feel like, had I known to smash computers during the first 2 rounds, we wouldn't already be down 6%. Yeah, so a whole extra map. Now the question is locking this thing up in melee good for us or bad for us? Is it, you're locked in here with me, or I'm locked in here with you? So, we can make diagonal attacks, but we couldn't? I'm confused why it wouldn't let us make a diagonal attack earlier. Although maybe it's just like servitors can't make diagonal attacks, but no, we can. It was in base-to-base contact. I don't know how much more line of sight you can get. It hit me on the diagonal. Oh god. Well, now we're kind of screwed. Sayings of the Archmagi, Appendices 4. Such sweet music is the chatter of binary that has no tongue to lie. In short, the volume is sufficient to make us. The first Voxcaster unit is in place. It immediately begins transmitting the complex binary of Lingua Technicus. Drop the beat! Principal Logica 22.4. Let his word be exalted to the 11th degree. Can we, like... When did it last save? How do the autos work? Are they just like... Was it like at the start of that fight? Surely not. Do we... Hang on, is this... does that fuck us over by loading a save? Interesting, it prioritized giving the tower the suck. We're a bit hurt. We're down 2 servitors, and one of our remaining servitors is fucked up. One of the Vox casters being transported by the cohort begins emitting strains of music from an unknown source. The music sounds like it's of human origin, but it could interfere with the binary transmission. Find the local source? I shall chastise the offender in person. Maximus Metallica, 7612. For such small heresies, a great apostate made. Ow. The Necron tomb is trying to defend itself. Clearly, our mission is working. Affirmation 9413. The enemy rushes to action when our mistransitions cause him to fear. Beat the scarabs up. Killing the scarabs is messy business, and some of the cohort are infested by the creatures and forced to divest themselves of clothing before the biting constructs can be removed. The Voxcaster, however, is saved. Oh, I was expecting another fight. The unholy lair of the alien now rings to the words of the Omnissiah. Epigrams of the Sate Eucalisis? 389. Protect the shield of the mind, and the body will be shielded thereby. The Necron can strike at our mind as well as our bodies, and we must protect both. In this Lector Dogmatus, I agree with you. Hope we are of the same mind in other matters too, Maglos. Our exploration of Silver Tembra should be executed with a view to the destruction of all traces of the alien. I have not yet decided if we should commit to such extremes, Videx. I feel multiple emotional prerogatives as well as logical analysis, all competing for my for primary in my neurovaults. Our mission here may not be as simple as you think. Just be ready to make the right choice when the time comes, Magos. Recall the words of fabricator General Plutonus. The eyes of the Omnissiah are ever upon us. I do like Servitors literally nothing. Doesn't matter if they're completely destroyed, they're still free. Actual trash. Poor Servitors. Alright, now we can use the magic. Just as we unlock a bunch of magic, holy crap. Yeah, the Skitari, as I was thinking, getting them, very important. That gives you ranged attack of significantly higher damage. And they themselves are much tankier than the Servitors. The downside being, like, the Servitors giving 1 cognition for getting whacked is actually pretty good. That's pretty hard to disagree with. Booty boots. Is there a max rank on these guys? Because, like, speccing into, like, heal 1 every turn seems pretty good, especially considering, like, health loss costs us resources, so, like, while 1 health isn't much, every time that ticks, it is just free healing. Wait, does that stack? Because if that stacks, that's nuts. I don't know how much each square counts as in the, like, meters distance. Alright, I said it was going to be a shorter stream tonight, and I think that is where we'll stop, because I got to be up for work in the morning, so I want to get a bit of rest. And I'm still not feeling 100%. I may end up doing more of this. I'm definitely intrigued. I do so enjoy like, tactical strategy games. This is very much a tactical strategy game, and boy howdy is it, like, laying on its theme thick, as it were. It's very much hit its theming exceptionally well thus far. So I'm definitely interested. This was a good quick look / first impressions. I'd say I'm sold, except obviously I've already bought it. Yeah, as I said, I'm gonna pack the stream up here. Hopefully tomorrow night, there will be more stream. It just depends on how tired I am, because tomorrow's shift at work is gonna be a pretty heavy one. But yeah, for now, that is all. Thanks for watching, everyone, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.